It was a rainy autumn evening when the Johnson family decided to take a stroll by the pond near their cottage. The sky was a blur of gray, and droplets tapped gently against their umbrellas as they walked in quiet conversation. But their peaceful outing soon took an unexpected turn. As they passed the water's edge, a sudden splash and frantic movement in the shallow ripples caught their attention. At first, they thought it was debris, perhaps a floating branch or a clump of leaves. But as they looked closer, they realized it was a tiny creature struggling to stay afloat. It was a young hedgehog, drenched and exhausted, barely keeping its nose above water. Without a moment's hesitation, Mr. Johnson stepped into the water, his shoes soaking instantly. He gently scooped the shivering animal into his hands and carried it to the bank. The hedgehog, wet and trembling, was barely responsive. The children watched with wide eyes as Mrs. Johnson wrapped it in a warm towel they'd brought for the walk. "We can't leave him here," one of the children whispered. "He needs help." Back home, the family set to work. They dried the hedgehog carefully and made a makeshift nest from a cardboard box lined with soft cloth. They placed a hot water bottle under the bedding and kept the box in a quiet corner of the living room. The children named him Spike. In the days that followed, Spike received gentle care and plenty of rest. The Johnsons researched hedgehog care, learning what to feed him: high-protein cat food, chopped boiled eggs, and fresh water. At first, Spike remained curled up tightly whenever anyone approached. His body would stiffen, and he'd retreat into his protective ball of spines. But over time, the fear began to fade. Each night, Spike would emerge from his box, nose twitching as he explored the corners of the house. He'd scurry quietly across the wooden floor, sniffing around shoes, furniture, and sometimes even curling up beneath the radiators. The children would giggle as he made surprise appearances under the couch or nuzzled their socks. What began as a rescue turned into a deep bond. Spike wasn't just a temporary guest anymore. The Johnsons found themselves checking on him constantly, discussing his eating habits at dinner, and adjusting their routines to suit his nocturnal wanderings. A visit to the local vet confirmed that Spike was healthy and had likely been orphaned during the heavy rains. Releasing him back into the wild was a possibility, but the vet noted that he might struggle to survive on his own. The Johnsons didn't need convincing. They had already made up their minds. Spike had found more than safety. He had found a home. Now, each evening as the lights dim and the family settles down, a small rustle signals Spike's nightly adventures. He wanders the house with confidence, weaving between chair legs and stopping by the kitchen in hopes of a midnight snack. His once scared eyes now gleam with curiosity. He's no longer a helpless creature clinging to life, but a cherished companion with a second chance. In rescuing Spike, the Johnsons found unexpected joy. He brought them closer, reminded them of the fragility of life, and showed that even the smallest creature could leave a big imprint on their hearts.